Hey guys, how's it going? Michael Troy here. Today we're looking at the Batman Gallery #1 from 1992. So hit subscribe and like. I'm going to cue the intro and I'll be right back.
MichaelFitzTroytv. Comic book art critiques. Snark, talk, and sarcastic ways. Representing geeky gaze. Sadie's comics rule the day. Hurry up and turn that page. Michael Fitztroy.
Alright, so this is fun. This is just a pinup book from 1992, like I said. The Batman Gallery. I guess it was just an excuse to, celebrate Batman. They did a bunch of gallery books with pinups featuring some original art and some reprints of, important things. It's got this great wraparound cover by Joe Quesada, inked by Kevin Nowlan. I'd forgotten they kind of worked together a lot. I want to say they did Azrael sort of the Bat together, and maybe some other things, maybe Ninjak or something. But I really like Joe Quesada's penciling. He has a very striking style with his use of blacks, and I think that Kevin Nowlan is kind of the perfect inker for him. Kevin Nowlan is a very stylized inker and an artist in his own right, so you're going to get a specific look when he's inking you, and I think it's very flattering combination of him working with Joe Quesada. So let's check this out. So David Mazzucchelli, that's awesome. I love David Mazzucchelli's art. Batman Year One. Norm Brayfogle, very popular Batman artist. He's kind of one of those guys that I thought was just fine before, and now I have like a bigger appreciation for him. I think that he's just like a really great comic book artist, and this panel shows, or this page shows that right here. Then you have Don Newton and Dick Giordano. It's funny, I'm very hit or miss when it comes to Dick Giordano's inks, and when he's inking someone like Don Newton, I have to say that's like a great combination. I love this image. I love Don Newton's art. I think that looks terrific. I wish that I had more stuff with Don Newton in it, but I just think I was less of a DC guy at first when I first started collecting comics, and I think that Don mostly worked for DC, so I'm only peripherally familiar with his stuff. Bob Powell and Norm Saunders, like from Topps Trading Cards in 1966. That must have been some sort of promo they did in conjunction with the television show, obviously, and so that's pretty cool there. I like to see things like that. Now this is interesting, the cover of Detective Comics 31 by Bob Kane, Batman's co-creator, and I say co-creator because Bob Finger now gets credit as a co-creator, having introduced many parts of the mythos that would not be Batman without Bill Finger's contributions. So that's good that he gets credit now. And then this is Neal Adams' homage to this from Batman 227 in 1970. And I have to say, you would think that Neal Adams would be the better artist, but I like the original better, interestingly enough. I don't know if I'm just not excited about this shade effect on Batman or something, but I mean, I like it, don't get me wrong, but I just don't think, I think if you're gonna do an homage or a swipe or a tribute, then it should be as good as the original or better. This is so interesting. This Dark Knight by Frank Miller and Len Varley, and this looks so like airbrushed and sort of polished and refined, which was such a contrast to the art inside the book, where it looked a little scratchier and sketchier and freer, a little more like this perhaps. So Frank Miller being inked by Dick Giordano, and I have to say once again, I do like this combination. This feels way more old school, well, 1982, World's Finest. Frank Miller, before he adopted his sort of Sin City style with the very uber contrasting black and white. Jose Luis Garcia Lopez, another great DC artist, did so many great images of art in books in the 70s. I mean, Batman or Superman versus Wonder Woman, Batman versus Hulk. I mean, just so many great things. When Mortimer, I guess he must be a classic Batman artist. I mean, I know the name for sure. Carmine Infantino, another artist that I definitely have more appreciation for now as an adult. He didn't do much for me. Although, check out these inks by Murphy Anderson. That is crazy cool, good. I love that. Another from the Topps cards from 1966, Bob Powell and Norm Saunders. I mean, I could go on for days. I'm not going to about, Robin the teen hostage, you know, he's tied up, Batman's rescuing him, of course. I mean, wasn't that the joke that the reason Robin existed was so Batman would have someone to rescue every week? But, I don't know. I like Robin, so I'm not knocking him. Dick Sprang, another great Batman artist. This is fun. This is so cool here. I love this. George Perez. What storyline was this from? It was like Perez did a lot of these covers for this particular Batman that sort of crossed over in the Titans. It's totally funny. You can totally tell which era of the Titans this is from because Raven's got her white costume, 1989. Nightwing has his original Nightwing costume with the plunging neckline there. And I think that's a little more plunging than normal, but I'm not complaining. Troya in her crazy costume. That costume didn't last for very long, and boy was it crazy, right? But I love Perez's Titans. This is so cool. There's Jericho and all his Jericho goodness. Another Neil Adams shot with Man-Bat, cover of Detective 402. I like this much better than I like the other one. I mean, Neil Adams Batman. Who's gonna complain about that, right? Nobody. Sorry, is there like a glare? We don't want any unnecessary glare so you can see the art better. I guess I could have done this before I started filming, but what fun would that be, right? I would give you guys an opportunity to like completely lose focus and fall off board here. John Bolton, Man-Bat, how cool is that? I love John Bolton's art. Such a great painter. I remember all his backup stories on classic X-Men with Chris Claremont. I mean, those weren't paintings, but his paintings are just breathtaking, in case you couldn't tell. Oh, very cool. This is a very cool image of Ra's al Ghul, I don't know. Dick Sprang again. I like the Dick Sprang Batman. I think it's fun. I feel like that's the Batman John Byrne draws when he draws Batman. More Carmine Infantino. I love the black and white checkerboard. I learned something about that recently, but I forget what it was now. But Brian Bolan did the covers for, I think that was a Robin mini series that came out. And I remember this new Robin costume. And of course, Brian Bolan drawing anything Bat related is super cool, right? Bob Kane and Jerry Robinson. Todd McFarlane, of course, did some amazing stuff with Batman. I mean, the least of which being just adding like 150,000 feet of material to his cape and cowl. I love that he did his signature within a bat symbol. That's cool. Dick Giordano. Lots of great classic Batman stuff here. I said some of it was original, but it's not. It looks like it's all reprints of classic covers. Joe Hubert. I've always liked the Hubert brothers. I was a little less hot on Joe Hubert, but he's another one of those old school artists that I definitely have a bigger appreciation for as a mature art appreciator. Batman Arkham Asylum, totally classic. Great image there. Dave McKeon giving Bill Sienkiewicz a run for his money. Jerry Robinson, Very classic Joker. I like this because anyone who knows anything about the Bat mythos, and I'm sure it's not a great secret, but Joker's look was inspired by the film The Man Who Laughs, and if you've seen the image of the guy, that it's reminding me of that a lot, and I kind of like that because he looked super insane. Walter Simonson, great artist, love Walt Simonson. This is cool. His Batman looks very Neil Adams inspired, kind of there. Great hatching on this. I love that. It's a decidedly different take on the Joker. Very crazy, big mouth, but hey, it's Walt Simonson. So it's cool. Marshall Rogers. Not being inked by Terry Austin. Interesting, because they work together a lot on Batman. And I have to say, I'm kind of loving Marshall Rogers' inks on himself. Very cool. Batman, the animated series. Such a great, iconic poster there. Shelley Moldoff. Uh-oh. Robin just can't quit dying. He's like the phoenix of the DC universe. Just kidding. He hasn't died that much. And at least it's different ones when it happens. So, I don't know. I was not happy when they killed Robin. I thought that, I don't think that's really stood the test of time well, and just revealed fans to be really bloodthirsty, voting to have him killed. But whatever, he came back. Mike Zeck, one of my favorite artists from the 80s. Such a, I don't know, I feel like, people do love him, but I just don't feel like he gets as much fanfare as some of the other artists, and he deserves a lot more. And then Jack Burnley. So that's cool. Never heard of him. Lots of great Batman art. This is super cool. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Taking a trip through this Batman gallery. A little fun trip down memory lane. Anyway, subscribe to my channel, hit like, share my content, and I'll bring you some more later. All right, thanks, guys.